saying, well, yeah, he's the worst quarterback coming out the group. It's not what Josh. I'm paraphrasing. He basically said, take 2 other stiffs before you take this guy. Most people don't even think about it. When I look at this is encouraging. I like the fact that the Lions sent everybody out there, because even if you're not, you're still playing the game, and I'm still giving you a tip of the cap for playing the game, because it's not that hard to do. Okay, I'm on Lions run, fly out here, and everybody see, show up like Eddie Murphy in Arsenio Hall, welcome to the barbershop, welcome to America. Hey guys, it's Lions. They're looking at the Rams, okay? And you want them to take our spot. If not, we'll take it. But yeah, I thought about that. I also thought Russell Wilson. Not Russ. And I guess I'm thinking not Russ for the second half of the season, but Russ can still make the orders and carry the team on his back and kind of just things like that. That was the comparison that I had. But I like the Josh Allen thing. I mean, this is a kid you can run QB power with. He's a physical runner. Look, here's the interesting part to me. Panthers were there today, so were the Broncos. The 2 teams right behind you. Chris Sims' comments on Trey Lance actually make it an interesting fit in Detroit. They don't need him right. Here's what Chris Sims said. He has elite first-round traits. The number one thing I'd be scared with is a lack of play. That's what scares me. He has a big arm, and he can fly, and in a lot of ways, I like his technique, how he throws the ball. More than I like Justin Fields, Sims says. But the offense was a one-read offense, and a lack of throws and a lack of playing that would scare me. He's just raw. We've got Jared Goff for 2 years. You don't need Trey Lance this upcoming season. You could sit him the entire year, learn, work, reps, maybe mop-up duty on the occasion you're down by 40 or up by 40. Probably the former. And by the next season, you got your guy. I wonder what Lion fans think of the mystery man. He's not the brand name that Trevor Lawrence is. He's not the brand name that Justin Fields is or Mac Jones. This is a mystery man. And much like Josh Allen, nobody knew anything about. And the only tape you really had on him was if you watched him play Iowa, and they were god-awful that afternoon up at Kinnick. Josh Allen has made this meteoric rise. And by year 2, they were in the playoffs. He made his big jump year 3. Is Trey Lance someone you'd be comfortable selecting at 7? And I know what you're going to tell me. I want him to trade down. It's fine. That's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking straight up, if they took this kid a month from now, are you on board? 248-539-9797. I think they're doing everything right. I think the messaging's right. I love that they were there. Only 5 of the top 10 was. But the 2 teams right behind you at pick 8 and pick 9, they were there too. That's very important. And if they both like Lance, your pick becomes where you're trying to go. So that's interesting too. 248-539-9797. I want to know what the people have to say. I would be fine. I'll tell you this. Oh, dude, please. If he's there, if you're going to take the pick, you take him. That's the one that I think it fits into the plan of what Holmes and everybody is trying to do, because you don't need him right away, because you can kind of get that slow burn going with him. That's the perfect thing. You got Goff for 2 years. And if you got to play him for 2 years and bring him out year 3, fine. That means things didn't go as planned. But you know what? You roll with Goff this year. You get him ready. And next year, at some point in the season, you know that game is going to come. Maybe it's the game after the bye week. We're going to hear Trey Lance is going to be starting at quarterback for the Lions. That's the pick right there for me. Yeah, Micah Parsons, fine. The wide receivers, you don't need. If you can get that quarterback, because Mike, This is a quarterback's league. Eventually, you're going to have to get the quarterback. I don't know. You played Russian roulette. You've been in the top 10 3 straight years, and you didn't come away with a quarterback. That could be problematic.
No, it's trade down or quarterback for me. I have no interest in staying at 7 and drafting anyone other than a QB. But I don't get to say whether that's going to happen or not. I mean, A, I don't know, and B, if all the QBs are gone, no, I'm not. I'm not going to force it. So it's a bottom line thing. The situation has to play out. But if they took Trey Lance at 7, I wouldn't be upset. It's a risk. Everything in life is. Leave your house tonight. You get hit by a bus. Lance's guy. I mean, if you watch him, the Josh Allen thing is a real comp. Not quite as big as Josh Allen, being that Allen's, I think, 6'5.5". But this kid, you go watch some of the highlight reel, which is dangerous, I know. But there's a lot of similarities there. And this is a physical presence where you can use him as part of running it. I mean, he is a powerful runner.
I think the beauty of it is, and you said it, you don't need him right away. You're not drafting him to be the savior of the team, and he's going to start from game 1. He doesn't have to start from game 4, game 6, game 8. You don't have to see him this year. Kind of the way I thought Miami was going to do with Tua, where they were just going to put him on the shelf. I was shocked when all of a sudden they threw him out there and then got upset when he wasn't quite himself. It was like, yeah, dude, he came off of hip surgery. This is the perfect pick for the Lions if you stay in that pick, because he's raw. You can just work out all the kinks. You can get him acclimated to the offense. Anthony Lynn can work with him and get him ready. This is where that's the one that I like. That's always been the pick that I wanted at 7. So that makes me happy.
Okay. Well, listen, and the pro day went well. I think the interesting scenario is, look, you draft him, you don't play him in year 1. You got 2 first-rounders next year, 2 first-rounders the year after. You got a couple third-rounders this year. And look, they're not going to be super active in free agency now, which means next year they could have 50, 60, 70 million in cap space. You could enter next season, a couple first-round picks, several veteran, grown dudes on offense, right, with your core, and he walks into a nice situation. Look, I wouldn't be against it. I think Rico and I have a bit of an agreement here. It's quarterback at 7, or you're not picking at 7. And obviously, I would love to trade down and wait on QB. But if they love Lance, and if Lance was impressive today, and Lance is somehow moving ahead of Justin Fields, and the top 3 are Lawrence, Wilson, and Jones, and Trey Lance is there for you, yeah, I would rather take Trey Lance than Jamar Chase. Yes. I'm fine with it. So,
well, Mike, think of it like this. Think of it like this. You have 2 first-round picks next year. If you already have the QB, now you can focus on picking up an O-lineman with one of the picks and go a D-lineman with another. You can go in so many different directions. And if they lose what you think they're going to lose, they're going to end up with a top 5 pick. So you may end up with the best non-quarterback that you're able to select because everybody else is taking a QB. You already have yours. So you could get that top edge rusher. You could get that top person and not have to figure out, like, maybe we should have just took a QB last year. Take him now, bring him along slowly, and use your 2 picks to, get the top edge rusher with the first pick and bring in an O-lineman with that Rams pick. And now you're doing things. Now you're building something.
248-539-9797. Let's see where the people are at on a Friday. 97.1. Now listen, Northville Lumber, very simple. Trex decking leader in the state of Michigan. Get the best selection, get the best prices, and the best part, everything's in stock. No special orders, no nonsense. And if you're out there shopping around, I'll just have you know something. A lot of the places you're shopping at, they get their stuff from Northville. So why don't you take the middleman out, deal with the source, and get the best pricing. It's Northville Lumber. They got the experts on hand. If you don't have a ton of expertise, they'll guide you. And as I said, everything's in stock. They'll answer all your questions and deliver on time, on budget. And whether it's Northville Lumber, the Design Center, the Lumberyard, to the warehouse, They just stock what the other guys can't or just won't. It's Northville Lumber. Go to northvillelumber.com. That's northvillelumber.com.
Attention Michigan, do you really want a new car? But your credit's not so good, but you still owe money on your trade, but you still can't afford a large down payment. It's time to bring your butt to Alandi Land Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
I can't tell you how many times I've been watching sports and wanted to bet the game right on my phone. Well, guess what? Now I can, and so can you, because FanDuel Sportsbook is officially live in Michigan, and to celebrate, they're kicking things off in a big way. FanDuel is giving new users their first bet risk-free. You'll get up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win. Not only can you bet on all your favorite teams, but you'll get up to $1,000 back if you don't win your first bet. And that's just one of the many reasons why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook app. Once you win on FanDuel Sportsbook, they get you your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Be sure to sign up with the promo code WOJO. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code WOJO. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable. It expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117.
It's spring break your way at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. Enjoy 20% off room rates on a 2-night stay or 30% off on a 3-night stay from March 25th to April 12th. Plus, discounts at the Gallery of Shops and up to $150 in resort credits to use our spa services, dining, shopping, and more. Point your compass north for spring break. Grand Traverse Resort and Spa has everything for the perfect family vacation. Plan your spring break trip today at GrandTraverseResort.com.
Here's the dirt on dust. It may seem fine, but it's actually made of dead skin cells and dust mite droppings. That's where Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters come in, with thousands of specially coated fibers to trap and wrap dust in one swipe. Dust can't hide on ceiling fans and bookshelves anymore. When you're done, just remove the disposable cloth and voila! That dust is gone for good. Now that you know the dirt, say goodbye to the dust. Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
2 chocolate chip muffins coming in. Thank you.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Hey, can someone get that?
Like at Claire's Cafe. To satisfy demand for takeout, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Does it feel like finding clothes in your fit is impossible? Tired of feeling overwhelmed with options that just aren't right? Let the experts at Stitch Fix do the shopping for you. At Stitch Fix, we make sure each piece is hand-selected for your life. So whether you're staying home or on the go, Stitch Fix has the answer for what to wear. We make it easy to find what works for you. Signing up takes just a few minutes, and styles are delivered directly to your door. Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, your style delivered.
What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Make better bets, bet smarter, and beat the books today. Download the BetQL app today to better your chances.
Some positive vibes coming out. Trey Lance's Pro Day. Lions sent the full contingent. 5 of the top 10 were there. So were the 2 teams behind you. Carolina and Denver were both there. The question just becomes the comp on him, Josh Allen. You buy any of the Pro Day stuff? I mean, it's very difficult to buy into a guy in gym shorts throwing footballs without a pass rush. It just is. The Pro Day's designed to make you look good. But this is the first time many people got an up-close look at a guy who didn't play this past season. Oh, sure, they played one game in one of the most bizarre decisions I've ever seen. But legitimately, if you didn't scout him 2 years ago, you haven't seen him. So, here you go. You know, if you want to do what's your favorite pickle, you can find a different show. This is what's on the menu. Johnson, I mean, honestly, like, what do we got to do? Sacrifice a chicken? Give Joe Boo some rum? I don't know what it is with some of you guys. I don't. I think what it is you just bitch and complain to bitch and complain. We have a little fun, you complain we're not doing Lions. We do Lions, you know where to be found. I mean, whatever it is. I'll go to John in Southfield. He's got respect for himself. He called about football. What's up, Johnny?
What's up, fellas? Yeah, man, I'm on the trip between Rico, man. I would say Jake Lance, if he's there, because I think the best of both worlds is we know we're going to be trash next year, right? We know that. So we're going to probably end up picking in the top 1 to 3 anyway. If you take Lance and he's your guy, you can either leverage that top pick, add more draft capital, and really rebuild this thing, or you got to, take the best overall player that's not named the quarterback. And the hook is, if he's not the guy in year 2 of his career, you still have those 2 first-round picks the year after that. So then you go get the guy. So you add the draft capital and Lance the second year. If you trade down a little bit, try to rebuild this thing. If he's not your dude, you still got those 2 firsts from the Rams, and then go up and get your guy. So if it's me and he's there, I love it. You can trade down, of course, or take the kid and give him some chance to grow and see what he could do.
You know what else I like, too? I love the idea that you serve notice from day one to Jared Goff and to anybody who's living a fantasy that Jared Goff's got anything to offer you. It ain't happening. We got your replacement right here.
That's right, and I love that because I think we all know the writing on the wall with Jerry Goff, and he knows what it is. So it gives him incentive to try to play his best. Just get the draft capital off. Get a 4th-round pick for him. Anybody wants to. Trey Lance is our guy. So thus far they've made great moves. I love what they're doing, and if he's there, I'd say take him or Steve. But right now I'm on Steve Lance.
Yeah, no, John, listen. You're going to see this thing change and move, and hell, even Trevor Lawrence's status is coming into question. You got some people who are convinced Zach Wilson is higher on some teams' boards. Now, whether that's, sizzle or not, I mean, if you don't have a chance to take either player, I really don't care how you have it rated, to be quite honest with you. But if there's even it's going to change. It's going to move. Right now, Fields seems to be the guy slipping. Mac Jones seems to be the guy rising. Trey Lance now will start this process. Teams are going to scrutinize all 66 throws. Getting closer to the draft, he's the mystery man. You don't have tape on him from last year. I mean, the one game they played, you had to be FaceTiming with a member of the coaching staff to have seen the game. They did a one-game season. The game wasn't even on TV.
After the OU game?
Yeah. They had Campy doing cartwheels into North Dakota State, one-game season. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they basically had that game just to showcase him, and that's it. They're finishing out their season right now in spring football. So they play one game to try to get him out there because it'll be good for North Dakota State football if he gets drafted. Man, this to me it's what you got to do. It's where they got to go. And I don't know, maybe it's just too simplistic, Mike, because most people every year when it comes to the draft, you hear trade down, trade down, trade down. Well, you could, because the way the Lions are playing this game, you're leaving yourself open to trade down. But if not, if you take this guy, that's fine. You got 2 first-round picks for the next 2 years. You can build it.
What about this? What about this? Here's the price of admission. You're at 7, and you're willing to take Lance. Denver calls you in the office, and they go, listen, we're not going to make you wait for the candy. None of it. We'll give you pick 9 and our 2nd-round pick just to move up, just to get ahead of Carolina. Now I'm offering you the ability to pick at 9 and have 2 2nd-round picks this year, right now. Is Trey Lance worth not making that deal? That's the decision Brad Holmes would have to make. Because I will tell you, Rico, picking at 9 when someone gave you a 2nd-round pick out of thin air, man, that's another starter. That's another controllable player for 5 years, making no money. And if you hit on that pick, start you. Versus, do I love this guy enough to say no to all overtures? That's a tough moment. That's why Brad, that's why you're a GM.
If he's there, man,
Okay.
I swap picks. And you give me a second-round pick. I know you like your fun coupons. This is one where I'm going to say, nah, I'm going to pass. Because eventually, you got to take a QB.
They just showed that highlight again of where Juwan claimed he got charged. Okay. Stop. Please stop.
Okay.
Stop.
So, yeah, trying to find out what happened, Mike. This has turned into exactly how you think it is. It's Michigan's the victim. Maryland came after Juwan.
Nobody plays the aggrieved, the victim better than the Wolverines.
Okay. Here's the thing. It's on.
Juwan does it. Okay. He loves his players, and he's from Chicago, and I love his fire. When Izzo does it, he's a low-rent scumbag who's abusive. This is what they do. This is who they are. Izzo does this. He's the Antichrist. Juwan does it. I love this guy's fire. Wish we had more of that from Harbaugh. And again, I think it's great for the sport. I'm fine with it. Because Juwan is now, he is. Nobody likes him. And you don't care, and nor should you, Michigan fans. But make no mistake about it, he's already disliked in the coaching ranks. Today was another level. And guess what? You should take great pride in being the villain. Like, that's great. He's the Big Ten Coach of the Year. He's a rising star in the industry. You shouldn't give a damn, but just don't deny what's going on here. This dude chirps a lot. And he's making a lot of enemies early, which is going to make it more fun as we move forward. Circle Maryland and Michigan next year. Those are must-see TV. But for Juwan to say he charged me, I had to defend myself. Oh, wait a minute. Got it.
Okay, how about this? Hey, let's look at the court. Juwan, are you on your half of the court or the Maryland half? Oh, you're on the Maryland half. Consul's credibility, he charged you. You're over at his bench.
Hey, by the way, did you notice how he basically threw Livers into the third row? Did you see him? He shoved Livers out of the way like he was a piece of paper blowing in the wind. Can you imagine if Izzo shoved the player? Oh, my. Get ESPN up there. We need Don Van Naden to do a special report.
Hey, Paula, you know what to do. You know where to fly. Get there right now.
Oh, man alive. It's amazing the way the two guys are covered. Izzo yells at Aaron Henry in the tournament. You're talking player abuse charges. And Juwan pushed a player today and damn near attacked another team. I love his fire. It's like, hey, guys, a little perspective, will you?
It's passion, Mike.
It's passion on one end and abuse on the other. It's amazing. It's amazing living here. It truly is. We'll get more to phone calls. I gave Rico a little brain teaser there. I mean, Carolina was at that workout today, so was Denver. If they came calling offering you straight up their first and second round pick this year, just to move down a spot, would that be enough to get you off the pick, or do you want Trey Lance at 7? And I don't think there's a wrong answer. It's just about having the conversation, as he was allegedly very impressive today at his pro day. 248-539-9797. Go ahead.
Not as salacious as your coach who never punts the ball or kicks field goals. That one still had me up last night. Like, would that actually work in college?
You know it would. You're just afraid to say yes. You're afraid to say yes?
Let's go.
I know. It's all right. You got it. You got it. Coming up 3:45 today in football. It's a loaded edition. That's all I can tell you. A lot more to do. 97.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, there's an accident along 94 eastbound just after Connor that has you backed up right around 75. On 75, northbound traffic heavy and slow through the work zone from 7 to 14 Mile. Again, from Rochester Road to Big Beaver, and southbound from 14 to 12 Mile. Also an M39 heading northbound right around Michigan Avenue from here for a little bit of a delay. And weekend road work is scheduled to close 94 both directions from 75 to Connor starting 9 tonight. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Tonight in college hoops, Iowa takes on Wisconsin in the conference tournament quarterfinals. Iowa, 4.5-point favorite. Wisconsin plus 165 on the money line. Iowa swept the regular season series against Wisconsin, including Sunday's 3-point win, but with some bad officiating down the stretch. Surprise, surprise. Wisconsin gonna have revenge on its mind. Has enough to keep this game within 2 possessions. Wisconsin shot over 50% from behind the arc in their opening round win over Penn State last night, and Iowa is one of the worst 3-point defenses in the conference. As long as Wisconsin can slow down the tempo, this sets up well to be a close game. Look to bet Wisconsin and the points, currently sitting plus 4.5. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Grow Green, Michigan's premier indoor garden center, has a staff of over 50 experts ready to help you succeed. They buy in bulk and pass their savings on to you, the growers. Check out their day deals with deep discounts of up to 80% off the gear you need. With insane deals like 100 milliliter Clonex gel for $12, Fluent Spiders for $1,000, and bags of Dairy Dew 101, 201, and 301 for just $8. Grow Green, making Michigan greener, one grower at a time. Click growgreenmi.com.
You've heard about USA Insulation on the radio. You've seen their incredible foam rising up the walls on TV. They've insulated more homes in the Detroit area in the last year than any other year in their 35-year history. And their major growth means a big job opportunity for you. USA Insulation is hiring installer apprentices right now. With their Fast Track program, you can become a foreman in only 6 months, with an earnings potential up to $80,000 per year. You must be able to fit into tight places, lift 40-plus pounds, and not be afraid of climbing a ladder. Construction and installation experience is preferred, but not required. If you want a career instead of a job, call USA Insulation today at 1-800-USA-PHONE. That's 1-800-USA-PHONE. Again, make up to $80,000 per year. Plus health insurance, dental, vision, and 401k. 1-800-USA-PHONE or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Good morning, Providence! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
They're even shaped like hearts. So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone? Yes,
Happy Heart Shapes are back for a limited time. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
What's in store for your business this week at Staples?
Printing you new signs for the times.
Get back to business with custom printed signs and sales materials. Staples has hundreds of designs to choose from, or just upload your own.
And now at Staples, get 15% off signs, posters, or decals when you spend $75 or more.
Some items printed same day when ordered before 2 p.m.
Save big on custom printing at Staples.
Ends 5/29/21. Exclusions apply. Limit one offer per customer. See store associate or visit staples.com/signage for details.
Paid for by Asset Marketing Services, LLC.
Have you heard? A secret hoard of 1882 Morgan silver dollars has been found. These gorgeous 1882 old Morgans are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 160 of these coins are available. Coin experts are calling the Great Southern Treasury Hoard an incredible opportunity. Just call govmint.com at 1-800-973-3098, and you're guaranteed a mint condition 1882 Morgan silver dollar, featuring the iconic O Mint mark of the New Orleans Mint. These 139-year-old coins were found in sealed bags that have been untouched since 1882. That makes these unopened bags of Morgan silver dollars extremely rare. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3098. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $10 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3098 now to secure your 1882 old Morgan silver dollar coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3098.
This hour's ticket signing bonus keyword is feather. Text feather to 72881 for your chance at $1,000.
8 minutes away today in football, jam-packed edition. Want to knock down these calls? Check in with Kenny on the ticket text as well. And at 4 o'clock, we got to check the temperature. The panic meter, I don't know if panic's the right term, maybe concern is. Boy, I tell you, there's a lot going on with college basketball that could upset the apple cart with March Madness. We'll get into that at 4. I don't want to depress Rico as he starts his 65th birthday week. Kenny, the ticket tech. What would I miss that by? 2 years? It's all right. Ticket text.
I'll think of you when I'm getting my vaccine. How about that?
Damn.
The funny thing is, Rico looks like my younger brother.
No, Bobby Buccioletta? No, he doesn't.
No, I'm just saying that I look older than Rico.
Your brother, you two don't look related. I don't think. He's got all the hair in the world, handsome man, and then there's you.
Yeah, Rico, how old did you think Roberto was when you first met him?
Honestly, I thought Roberto was like 55.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
What?
He looks like a pencil eraser that got the hell beaten out of it. All frayed and jagged. All right, Kenny, what do you got on the ticket text?
Lions making teams think they are interested, love it, even if it's just a head fake.
Hey, it beats last year. Let's pay Chase Daniel $1 billion.
Joe in Northville, if I can't trade out of the position, I'd much rather see them take Lance rather than a wide receiver.
Amen.
Waiting for a quarterback seems like the right thing. Build this team up a little bit before you start wasting the rookie contract first year.
Yeah, I agree. It comes down to whether Lance becomes worth it, whether they love him. And if somebody comes knocking, it's going to take a lot for you to not take a guy that you go, you know, this could really work.
Wouldn't love taking Lance, a bit too inaccurate for my taste.
I mean, every quarterback is going to miss passes. Nobody's.
You know what? The odds that that person watched a single NDSU game, 10%. It's just the truth. Like, you're nitpicking a guy.
Does that rank right up? Does that rank right up there with the draft as a weak guy?
Yeah. Oh, you know, this year's draft isn't going to be any good. Okay, go away. Yeah, it wasn't any good this year at all. Yeah, LaMelo Ball looks like he's terrible. Halliburton looks like he's terrible. Sadiq Bey's only terrible when we got money on it. Stop. Just cut it. Go to Mike on a set. 97. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
And Mike. What's up, Mikey?
I want to know, I mean, is he going to be traded to get Wentz to get available there? I'm going to Atlanta, and they're talking about him as well. But do you think Cam signing with New England kind of gets them wanting a guy like Lance and willing to kind of do some dirty business with him, even though our Patricia boys are gone, and I think that can impact that.
Because what it takes to move from where the Pats are at, 16 or whatever it is, what it takes to move up there, you're talking multiple firsts, you're talking a collection of picks. I'd be shocked if the Patriots did that. I would. I don't know what they're doing with Cam. Like, I don't. I did not understand that signing.
That's what my
I would be shocked
if they're trying to groom, and they think Mon's going to fall to him, or if they're eyeing Lance.
See, that's more like
the fact they just got that new guard, or they brought back the old guard, whatever.
Patriot style would be identifying a guy in the second round, like they did with a Brissett, like they did with Garoppolo. That's more the Patriot model than make a super move up for Trey Lance. I would be.
Yeah, but Mike, you can get Garoppolo and those guys in the second round. You got Tom Brady running the team.
Well, they got Cam Newton running the team.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can easily see them saying, okay, Cam, good guy right now, but we got to go get somebody. This is not a long-term
Right,
thing.
but they go get somebody and use one of their zillion second or third round picks. That's what they do. Packaging all those picks up? I don't see that.
I see a different Belichick because I think they're a little desperate, especially because Brady just won. So he doesn't want to look bad and see Brady win again.
William's on a cell. What's up, Willie?
Hey, William. Hey,
Sorry. Hey, Mike. Hey, Rico.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, man.
I love the show. You were talking about Juwan and Izzo and how they're covered by the media.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny. The announcers, they always did a good job. You know, Tom Brady, he likes to, punch